There is one simple question, only a few words long, that can stop a thief from emptying your bank account, even when the voice on the phone sounds exactly like someone you love. That is not an exaggeration, and I am going to prove it to you. That is not an exaggeration, and I am going to prove it to you. Right now, criminals are using a frightening new kind of technology to copy the voice of your own child, your grandchild, and even the voice of your bank. And they are using that stolen voice to talk careful older people into handing over everything they have saved. It works because it doesn't feel like a scam at all. It feels like family in trouble. It feels like your own bank calling to protect you. But there is a single verification step, one you can set up today in about 5 minutes, that shuts the whole thing down cold. So let me walk you through exactly how this scam drains a bank account. And then I'm going to hand you the one question and the one calm habit that stop it every single time. Let me show you how it happens, because once you truly see it, you can never be fooled by it again. These criminals now have tools that can copy the voice of a real person from only a few seconds of sound. That is all it takes. A short video your grandchild posted online, an old voice message, a clip from a birthday party. From as little as 3 seconds of talking, the machine builds a copy of that voice so real that it can be made to say anything at all in the exact tone of the person you love. Then, one evening, the phone rings in your kitchen. It is late, and the voice on the other end is crying. It is your grandson, and he says he has been in a car accident or that he has been arrested, and he is terrified and he needs money right now, tonight, or something terrible is going to happen to him. And it sounds just like him, because in a cruel way, it is him. It is his own voice, stolen and copied. Your heart drops through the floor, and every part of you wants to help him. And that flood of panic is the exact thing these thieves are counting on. Here is the coldest part of how the trick is built. Every single piece of it is designed to stop you from thinking clearly and to stop you from checking. The caller will tell you there is no time. They will beg you not to hang up the phone. Sometimes a second voice comes on the line, pretending to be a lawyer or a police officer, adding weight and fear to the whole story. They will tell you not to tell anyone else in the family because it's embarrassing or because talking about it will somehow make the trouble worse. And then they will push you, gently at first and then harder, toward the money. They may ask you to wire it. They may tell you to drive to the bank and take out cash while they stay on the phone in your ear the entire time. They may even send someone to your front door to collect it. Notice what every one of those has in common. Each one is a way to move the money out of your bank account and into their hands fast, before a single person who loves you has the chance to stop it. And there is a second version of this same trick that aims even more directly at your bank account. So you need to know this one too. In this version, the phone rings and the voice says it is calling from your own bank, from the fraud department. They sound calm and polite and completely professional. They tell you there has been suspicious activity on your account, that a criminal is trying to steal your money at this very moment. And then comes the trap. To keep your money safe, they say, you need to move it right away into a new secure account that they will kindly help you set up. It sounds like they are rescuing you. They are doing the opposite. That new account belongs to them. And here is the one fact that gives this away every time, so please hold on to it tightly. Your real bank will never, ever call you and tell you to move your money into a safe account. No true bank does this. No real government agent does this. The very moment anyone tells you to move your money in order to protect it, you are talking to a thief. That one sentence, remembered, will save some of you everything you own. So now, the part you came here for, the verification step that stops all of this, no matter how perfect the fake voice sounds. It is simple, it is free, and you can do it this week. Sit down with your family, your children, and your grandchildren, and together choose a secret word, a family safe word. Pick something that no stranger could ever guess and that is written down nowhere online. Not a birthday, not the name of a pet, not a street you once lived on. Choose something private, a little bit odd, and easy for your family to remember. Maybe a silly word from an old family joke. Then you all agree to one firm rule. If anyone ever calls in an emergency asking for money, the very first thing you do before anything else is ask them for the safe word. That is the whole shield. A real grandchild will know it in a heartbeat. A copied voice run by a criminal on the far side of the world cannot possibly know it, because that word lives only inside your family, and no machine can ever steal a word that was never spoken online. If the voice cannot give you the word, you hang up. And just like that, with nothing more than one private word, you have defeated a scam that has emptied the life savings of thousands of good people. Let me show you just how simple that is in the moment it matters most. Picture the phone ringing at 11 at night, and the voice sobbing on the other end of the line is your granddaughter, telling you she has been in a terrible accident, that she is now in trouble with the police, and that she needs money wired to a lawyer before the morning or she will be kept in a cell. A year ago, a call like that might have frozen your heart and made you forget everything you know in a single moment. But not now, because now you have your word. So through all of that fear, you take one slow breath and you say 4 calm words. What is our safe word? And the line goes quiet. The crying stops. The pleading stops. Because the machine on the other end does not have your word, and it never will. In that sudden silence, you already know the whole truth, and you gently set down the phone and you call your granddaughter directly, and she answers, half asleep in her own bed, completely fine. That one small silence is the entire difference between a family that loses tens of thousands of dollars in a single terrible night and a family that loses nothing at all. And here is the calm habit to pair with that word, the one that covers every version of this, including a call that claims to be your own bank. Whenever a phone call brings sudden fear and urgency and a push toward your money, you hang up. You do not argue with them. You do not explain yourself. You simply hang up the phone. Then you take one slow breath and you reach out yourself using a number that you already know is real. Call your grandchild back on the number you have always had for them. Call your bank using the number printed on the back of your own card or on your paper statement, and never a number that the caller gives you. 9 times out of 10, your grandchild will answer, safe and sound and a little confused, and you will feel your whole body finally relax. The thief depends on you staying on their line, inside their panic, moving at their speed. The instant you hang up and check for yourself, at your own pace, their entire game collapses. They simply cannot survive you taking 5 quiet minutes to make one honest phone call. There are a few smaller steps that add another wall of protection, and every one of them is worth your time. Call your bank yourself on a day when nothing is wrong and ask them to add what many of them call a trusted contact to your account, a person they are allowed to reach if they ever see something that looks strange. Ask them what alerts they can place on large withdrawals and transfers so that a big amount of money can never quietly slip out without you knowing. Be a little more careful about how much of your voice and the voices of your grandchildren sits out in the open on social media, because that is exactly the sound these thieves need to copy a voice. And most important of all, simply talk about this. Call your children and your grandchildren this week and set up that safe word out loud together. The families who beat this scam are almost always just the ones who talked about it before the phone ever rang. The ones it destroys are nearly always the ones who had never once heard that such a thing was even possible. This is general information to help you protect yourself and the people you love, and it is not legal or financial advice. If you believe you have already been targeted or you have lost money to a call like this, You can report it to the authorities, and there is a national elder fraud helpline staffed by real people who can walk you through exactly what to do next. It is never too late to reach out and ask for help, and you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of, because these criminals fool careful, sharp, intelligent people every single day of the week. So here is what I want you to carry with you after this. The technology behind this scam is frightening, and the honest truth is that it is only going to get better at sounding real. But the thing that beats it is not more technology. It is something no machine will ever have. It is the private trust between you and the people you love. One secret word that lives only inside your family. One calm habit of hanging up and checking for yourself. A stolen voice can cry and beg and sound exactly like your own grandchild on the worst night of his life. But it cannot know your word, and it cannot stop you from setting down the phone and calling the real one. So set up your family safe word this week before you need it. And if you know someone, a friend, a neighbor, anyone at all who could be caught off guard by a call like this, share this with them today. Because the people who hear about it in time are the ones who never lose a thing.